What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the college football is back. It's 2025, Jeffrey. We had some fun games in week 0 we can talk about, and then week 1, this is a stacked week 1, man. I feel like it's a stronger than usual, so I'm fired up.
Absolutely. I cannot wait to talk about the week 1 games. I agree with you. Like, this lineup of games is a lot stronger than we've had for week 1 in a while. I mean, yeah, there's like a couple time slots where it's like, all right, not the best, but overall, it is a really stacked list of games. I can't wait to get into it. I mean, both of our teams, well, one of my favorite teams, but both of our teams have big games for week 1, which I think makes it even better. I mean, definitely Notre Dame is a massive showdown. Alabama's got a big matchup too. So, I mean, that makes it exciting as well. But, yeah, a stacked list for week 1, and it's going to be interesting to see what our predictions are.
Yeah, for sure. And to talk about the big game in week 0 was Iowa State and Kansas State. And to me, I'm still baffled by why Chris Kleiman went for that 4th down. At their own 29, man. I just didn't get it. I feel like he threw away the game right then and there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, the thing is that it's a week 0 game. And you've got the rest of your season ahead of you. Now with the 12-team playoff, it's easier to make the playoffs. So it's like losing this game is not the end of the world. You want to take a risk, but I do agree with you on that. I think he did throw away the game, and it's a shame because Avery Johnson outplayed Rocco Beck, I believe, in my opinion. He actually played a good game. People were clowning on him. I don't know if you saw the Buckeyes fans, Will, but they were eating into Avery Johnson. Like, oh, well, we got Will Howard. You threw away Will Howard for Avery Johnson. Avery Johnson was like 21 of 30 for like 200.
I feel like he was, but watching him, he didn't look that good. I mean, no offense to him, but like, if you watch the game, I feel like he was mid. I mean, kind of mid. I mean, so was Rocco Beck, was also kind of mid, but Rocco at least like he can run it a bit too, so like,
yeah,
kind of evens it out a bit.
I agree with that. I mean, I guess while watching the game, he looked less impressive than his stat line. I will say that, honestly, when I went back and looked at the stats for this game when it was over, and I saw that Avery Johnson was 21 of 30 for 270 and 2 touchdowns and had a rushing touchdown, I was a little bit shocked his stats were that good. But at the same time, it's just one of those things where, like, is it all on Avery Johnson that they didn't win this game? No.
I think no. Their D-line got bullied at the end.
Yeah, and plus Kansas State, they had fumbles just like Iowa State did. The fumbles were out of control in this game. So, you know how it is. I think that quarterbacks get blamed heavily for losses anyway, but especially in the case of Avery Johnson because he was a highly ranked recruit and people were expecting him to be better than he is. I mean, I even gave Avery Johnson a lot of flack coming into the season. Because I'm like, hey, I don't feel like he's lived up to his expectations out of high school. But still, I mean, he, in my opinion, was not why they lost this game. But he got clowned on social media anyway. And I don't know, you saw the situation too. That didn't help.
At least he fought someone he knew. At least it wasn't like he was fighting some Randy. But
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mess. Hopefully things look up for Avery Johnson and Kansas State. I mean, like I said, their season is not over by any means. Just this game, the loser of this game, it's not like their season was wrecked, but it is going to be, tough to come back from this because the Big 12 is such a balanced league. You're going to be playing a lot of those tough games, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, they said it's a tough place to start. If, like, you look back and they're like, man, we shouldn't have gone for that 4th down if that was the difference between making it or not. But
yeah, I agree. I mean, the thing with going for it on 4th down, what do they always say, right? You make.
I mean, yeah, it's just like the fact that they're at their own 29. It's like,
no, but what people still say though, you get the first, like, oh, it was a great play call.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what's so
Great call,
frustrating
but
because
going for it on fourth was questionable, but it worked out. Yeah,
yeah, so,
you can say that.
ultimately, at the end of the day, they shouldn't have done that. But if they had gotten it and it had worked out, K-State would have won, then people would definitely have a different tune on it. But
For sure.
it's what it is.
Dan Mullen, clearly not as good as Barry Odom. Clearly, we can see it. Not great.
Well, I mean, the one thing in Dan Mullen's defense is that Barry Odom basically took like the entire team to Purdue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I mean, honestly, I don't know for sure, but I don't think it's to the same degree as like Signetti with James Madison. Like the quality of player and like Signetti didn't take like the entirety of James Madison. He took like the best players from James Madison. Whereas like I think Barry Odom took like more of the guys from UNLV, but to Purdue. But Dan Mullen doesn't really have a team right now, so obviously it's going to be interesting to see if he can build anything in LV.
Who's there? So it was Orgy. Who's the other quarterback?
He has Anthony Calandria, I believe.
Calandria, yeah.
Yeah, when he at Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him at Virginia. He was very turnover prone. But yeah, so my thing is with the Dan Mullen stuff is that it's kind of like with Avery Johnson, how he's a big name. He was a highly ranked guy. Dan Mullen at one time was coaching at a premier program in college football at Florida. And how that stint ended has soured people's taste on Dan Mullen so hard that it's like he's got a lot to do. Kind of like Lane Kiffin has essentially about done, has resurrected people's opinion of him after the USC, all that stuff. It's like Dan Mullen needs to get that Florida stain off his resume. And it's like, this isn't a good start. You saw the screenshot, right, of the Idaho State player running for the touchdown, and there was literally nobody on, like no UNLV player for like 30 yards on him. It's terrible defense.
I mean, like, I'll say this. Like, South Carolina did almost lose to Old Dominion week 1 and then went 9-3. So it's not over, but it's not the start you want.
Yeah, and plus Idaho State is a very different caliber of team than Old Dominion, whereas South Carolina is a different caliber team from UNLV. So not necessarily completely fair, but I get your point. You can have a scare. I mean, Minnesota, the year they won 10 games under PJ Fleck, or one of their good years, lost to Bowling Green.
Yeah.
So, like, you can have a stinker of a game and still have a good year, but it's not a good look for UNLV.
Not a good look.
Team that performed the best, honestly, in week 1 compared to, I guess, expectations would be Kansas. Kansas looked good, and Jalen Daniels looked good, but, man, he took a lot of hits still.
Just you just don't want to take that much punishment week 0.
Well,
I mean, you do get that.
It's not a game that he had to do it either, right? Like they win regardless.
So there's that. But good start for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, I think that Kansas could be a factor in the Big 12 if Jalen Daniels stays healthy. I'm not really confident in that. So. Western look good too.
Yeah. I didn't watch any of that one, but good win for the Hilltoppers.
I saw a little bit of it. This game down here, though, Stanford.
You cannot end that game with timeouts in your pocket. They don't go on to the next game. They don't go on. Man, he went to the Mario Cristobal school of being an idiot. What are you?
Yeah.
And Les Miles, those two guys.
It's so dumb. The thing with this game, Will, that's so bad is that Stanford should have won. They were up 20-17, and they have the ball at like the Hawaii 20, and there's like 5 minutes left, and they're driving. And then Ben Gulbranson, the Stanford quarterback, threw one of the dumbest passes I've ever seen, and he threw an interception. It's just a dumb pass. I can't even explain how bad it was. You just had to see it. And the Hawaii quarterback was hurt. in the entire game. He got hurt early in the game, so he basically was playing on one leg. And then Hawaii ended up winning on a walk-off field goal, essentially a walk-off field goal. And the guy learned how to kick field goals on YouTube. So, I mean, it's just, which I think it's just more sad because Stanford had this game, and it just, again, goes to show you how crap Stanford actually is. Like, they are really bad. And they're not getting any better. And the fact they have Frank Reich, a former NFL coach, and you've got Andrew Luck running the thing over there, and they still suck. It's just Stanford needs to just quit playing football unless they're actually going to invest money in that, because their football team sucks. It's bad.
And you know Stanford's still going to win one of these games that they shouldn't win. Just like last year with Louisville and Syracuse, right? Those were their 2 ACC wins. They're still going to ruin someone's season because it's Stanford, but they're not what they were.
Yeah, that's the thing. I agree with you on that. It kills me that when you look at Stanford, how they've had, seasons where they've gone like 2-10 or 3-9 or 4-8, but they beat somebody. Like they beat Notre Dame.
Yeah, beat Oregon the year before.
Beat Oregon. Oh man, that Oregon game, dude. Oh boy. Yeah, that was crazy.
Beat Colorado the year after
last year, the Colorado game.
That was 2 seasons ago. And then last year, Louisville blew it, man. They blew it.
That's it. Colorado was 2 years ago. Louisville was last year. All I know is I could not believe they knocked off Louisville because Louisville was having a good year. Like, even though the year before they had a better record, I felt Louisville with Tyler Shutt was a better team last year than the year before that with Jack Plummer. Despite having a worse record, I felt Louisville was a better team, and yet they still somehow lost to Stanford. So, like you said, Oregon, Notre Dame.
Jeff Brom's clock management was as bad. It was also horrible in that game too.
Yeah. So really crazy with Stanford that for some reason they I don't know why. I'm gonna try to get the games pulled back up, but the thing is with Stanford, they're able to beat somebody. They do it every year. Somebody that's decent. So I don't know. Maybe they'll end up doing it again. We'll see. But it's very interesting that they consistently been able to do that. Honestly, I want to look at Stanford's schedule real quick just to see who they might do it against. Be interesting to see. Mm-hmm. So they play at BYU next. Then they got Boston College at home, at Virginia versus San Jose, at SMU versus Florida State, at Miami versus Pitt, at UNC versus Cal, and then Notre Dame. I mean, maybe they knock off a
tough schedule for the ACC.
Yeah, it is tough. Well, I was talking with DeReal the other night, and he was basically saying that Hawaii was their easiest game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could beat Hawaii. Like, how are you're gonna go 0-12 probably, but like you said, they're gonna beat somebody. So, just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, the week 0 slate, it was pretty interesting overall, I would say. Like, it was one of those things where it's like, outside of that one headline matchup, wasn't a lot of like great games, but it was still pretty quality football to watch nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. Well, sure. Let's get into Thursday.
No.
It should be on the same page that you're just on.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it where I do it as an image instead of.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead now I can.
Okay. All right.
Go. So I screenshotted it. I've got it on here. So, and I'm gonna keep screenshotting as we go. So now I can actually like really run.
Yeah.
So Thursday night at 5:30 on ESPN, we got Boise State.
Weird start time.
Florida.
Weird start time with the 5:30.
Weird start time for one. 5:30. I might be able to see the tail end of this game. I probably won't be able to see most of it, but a weird start time and just a weird game in general.
I mean, I feel like South Florida didn't they go 6-6 last? I thought they would do better than they did.
South Florida. I do believe they won 6 games last year. I do believe. I'm trying to find their schedule last year. South Florida. Yeah, I mean, because they got that quarterback in there. That they still have Byron Brown, and that his name, something like that. He's decent, but
I can look to see if he's back, but you won't see my face for a second.
7-6.
Yeah. Okay.
7-6. You're right.
What I thought.
I mean, that's not bad. It's not a terrible
Not
season.
bad, but. $5.30. For no reason, 5:30 starts.
I think he still plays for him. He's a junior, so he's
Oh.
back. Byron Brown's back.
I believe Boise will probably. Is this at the Smurfs?
Yeah, it's Raymond James Stadium. Yeah.
Okay, so it's in the pirate ship.
Yeah.
If you look at it from the outside, it looks like a pirate ship.
Yeah, that's the Buck Stadium too. They share it.
Yeah.
And Boise's favored by 6.5. I mean,
That's about what I thought.
You know what I'm saying though? It's like they don't have Genty anymore. That's the one concern. But it's like at the same time, I think they should be all right. I would probably go with Boise to win 28-21.
I'll go 28-17, Boise. I'll be a little more bullish on the Broncos.
That sounds good. Sounds fair. So you see any other games on this list that are kind of interesting? I mean, East Carolina at NC State. That's, an intra-conference, not intra-conference, but intra-conference. I mean,
it's at Raleigh, right?
Yeah, it's at NC State. NC State's favored by 13.
This is scuffed, but can you pull up the screenshot?
Of what?
The schedule.
Oh, okay. ECU or NC State?
Do you have the schedule? Well, wait. Can I just look at it for a second?
Yeah, okay. Let me share it again. Yeah, sorry, it's really hard to do it in this browser.
I know. I should have tried. I should have kicked them out of the basement, but.
So StreamYard. All right, so here's where I can move it again.
Okay, cool. There's more games there, but. Okay. So. Okay, so ECU at NC State. I'm just not a believer in the Pirates being able to compete with the top dogs in the AC. I mean, not even that NC State was good last year, but people are bullish on them. Like, I would like to pick ECU.
East Carolina, they had a good finish last year, right? I believe they did pretty well down the stretch, and they hired the intern, right?
Yeah.
I'm
going to go 31-17 State.
27-17.
Yeah. What's the... Yeah, do you 13, have the betting? 13?
NC State by 13.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. None of these games are any good.
It is Gixxer. It's sad, but...
What was
now,
it?
if Nebraska is worth anything this season, they have to dispose with Cincinnati.
Nebraska at Cincinnati. Nebraska's favored by a touchdown.
If Nebraska's actually good, they need to not make this competitive.
My thing with that game is that when you're talking about there it is, Nebraska at Cincinnati. When you're talking about the Cornhuskers, essentially they start out seasons well. That's my belief. Is that they start out well.
Yes.
That's normally what they do. So I would be a little bit more confident in Nebraska currently to be able to win a game like this than later on in the season.
And this is a neutral site at Arrowhead.
Such a weird game,
So
honestly.
this should be filled up with Nebraska fans because they're diehard. Cincinnati, it's a pro sports town.
Yeah.
So it should essentially be a home game for Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I'm gonna say 38-10 Cuskers. If you're a playoff team like people are hyping you up to be, you gotta handle business like you did against Colorado.
Do you think he's gonna do well?
How
about Raiola?
He's gotta be improved.
I mean, he didn't impress me last year.
Much less turnovers, more touchdowns.
Honestly, I'm going to go with a Nebraska win because, like I said, by my philosophy that, I feel like they start out seasons well. I think that Nebraska will win this game, but it's not going to be by as much as you have it. I'm going to go with Nebraska winning 28-17.
Okay.
I think Cincinnati's got Brendan Sorsby, so I gotta give Sorsby a little bit of the hair, but Nebraska will win. But like you said, if they're supposedly a lot better, they need to win that game by a lot.
Yeah.
Then on Friday night, though, we've got these two really interesting games here. Auburn at Baylor on Fox and Georgia Tech at Colorado on ESPN. Both of these games they're not massive, but I like them both. I'm interested in both games because Auburn, this is a type game that Auburn will just get blown out in, right? Like that's what they do. But we'll see. And then you've got Colorado, all that Dion hype still, the Shadur household, the Shiloh household, Dion, whatever. All of them they're having a rough time right now. So can Colorado buck that trend? And get the Sanders family feeling a little bit better? And Georgia Tech. I mean, honestly, I'm pulling for Georgia Tech. I hope they win that.
Man.
Which game you want to talk about first? Because I am interested in both games here.
I have pretty strong lean for both. I think you know what they are.
Yeah. Yep. Well, for me, if I'm thinking what you're thinking, I'm leaning Baylor and Georgia Tech.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but SEC. I just don't know in this instance, man. I mean, I don't know. Like Auburn, they don't win these type of games. They just don't. And looking at the spreads, Auburn they're favored by 2.5 somehow. And Georgia Tech's favored by 5. All I know is that if he loses this game, Hugh Freeze, man, he is hot. His seat is boiling. You know what I'm saying?
Get him out. Get him out if he loses this game. Get him out.
So
get him out.
And we got Scotty B here as well. Appreciate it being here, Scotty B. Said the thing that worries me about Baylor is
you're playing against Jackson Arnold, Scotty. You're not playing against
Jackson Arnold. So not impressive at all. Jackson Arnold, I'm not a believer in Jackson Arnold. I don't think any college football fan that watches college football believes in Jackson Arnold. So
he can't pass it. I mean, he just could not pass it last year, so.
I'm going with Baylor. I'm going Baylor 28-24. I think Auburn will score a touchdown at the end to make it close, but they're going to lose. Auburn is going to start out 0-1 in 2025, and Hugh Freeze is on fire.
I guess I'll go 31-27. I was thinking around the same.
Now you got Georgia Tech at Colorado. I mean, I think Georgia Tech's just the better team.
Yeah. I think Vegas agrees. Yeah.
Haynes King is back again. And Colorado, I mean, it's Caden Salter, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was good at Liberty, but it's Liberty. They didn't play anybody. Their schedule was trash. So it's like you're going to Colorado, competition's tougher. Georgia Tech's favored by 5. I mean, the fact I do believe that is a true road game.
Yes, it's
in Boulder, and it's like Georgia Tech's still favored by that much. I mean, they know what's up.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Georgia Tech to start out 1-0 on the season, knock off Colorado, and I'll go with 31-17.
I was thinking 34-24.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I agree with Scotty B. Georgia Tech's just the better team.
Yeah.
We got Neo here. Appreciate you for being here. We got Dave Valensky, SEC, and Jack as well, and Traveling Fools. Appreciate everybody for being. Gixxer Squid was in here earlier, so definitely appreciate it. But yeah, absolutely, man. We got a lot more games to get to, but I mean, I think these 2 Friday games are very interesting. Like I said, not massive games or anything, but I like them. I like both these games. I kind of have rooting.
It's massive for Hugh Freeze, man. It's massive for Hugh Freeze.
Absolutely.
But also, it is that other matchup is the 1990 teams that split it.
Fair.
So yeah.
That is a good point. So, a lot of some history there as well. Scotty B says UNLV and Sammy says they need to improve badly from week 0. Yeah. Oh man, that's UNLV. What's the spread on that one? UNLV's favored by 10. They're favored by 10. That's steep, honestly.
Steep.
I don't know about that. I think a 10-point spread in favor of UNLV after what they did week 0 against Idaho State is a little high, honestly. But all right, so we good on the Friday games.
Let's move on to Saturday.
All right, so the big one, the big game, big noon kickoff, Texas at Ohio State on Fox. This game right here, I still haven't picked. Honestly, I will admit it right here to everybody that I have not made a pick in this game yet. I'm still thinking. I'm still trying to figure out which way I'm leaning. I want to hear your thoughts for both teams.
I mean, I feel like I'm copping out. But, I mean, to me, I just have more concerns about Texas than I do about Ohio State. Like, Texas offensive line, too many... I mean, it's just a brand new offensive line for Texas. I just believe they're going to get after Arch a bit. I mean, Arch he is an athletic guy. But when I look at Ohio State, I feel like even every time Day has a new quarterback, he's usually ready to go. And Julian's saying he has Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, and then Brandon Ennis, who's another big blue chip guy. So I feel like Ohio State's going to win. But it will be close, but I'm going Buckeyes. 28-24.
I mean, the thing is, I think your assessment of the game is spot on. I really do. I mean, I know if Buckeye fans are in chat, Hummus, Troy V, Stephen Cherry, love those guys to death. I mean, they know sometimes, I talk a little bit of smack towards Ohio State. I mean, I can't say Texas, they're a rival to Alabama now in the SEC. I mean, I can't say like, I want Texas to win, per se, because, I mean, it's like then Texas's ego goes through the roof. Arch Manning, I mean, I got nothing against Arch Manning. I'm not an Arch hater at all like some people are. I think that, like everybody else that has a famous father, famous family, whatever, he's getting hyped up way too much before he's done a thing. But I got nothing against Arch. If he goes out there, has a great career, good for him. I mean, it's going to be kind of nice for someone with a lot of hype finally to live up to it. It hasn't really been the case lately. Sure, that was ridiculous. Bronny was definitely ridiculous. So, I mean, if Arch Manning does well, he does well. Ohio State and Michigan, both those teams, their fans at large on social media have gone AWOL. Again, love the good Ohio State fans, but it's like if they win, I mean, after they won the title. You know how rough it's going to be? They win the title and then blow out Texas. It's going to be like, oh, Caden, man. And oh, no. It's like Ohio State. The ego is just going to go through the roof for that team. So either way, the winner, it's going to be on social media, it's going to be obnoxious. But does that matter toward picking this game? Absolutely not. I just feel like it said. Ohio State doesn't lose at home. That's the problem.
Except to Michigan.
I ain't going to lie. Well, except Michigan. But Michigan, this isn't Michigan. So it's like.
Yeah. I mean, also, Ohio State has a guy named Caleb Downs that's good at football. I didn't mention him, but.
Yeah. Well, they stole Caleb Downs from us, but. Again, it is what it is. It's the day and age we live in. It's all fair, so it is what it is. Alabama's taken a lot of great players from other schools, so you just got a little taste of our own medicine. But Caleb Downs is incredible. I mean, Jeremiah Smith, he's a stud. That's a great question. What fan base has a bigger ego?
John, I think both are guaranteed to make the playoffs.
I think both are guaranteed to make the playoffs.
That's why I don't really care about this game that much. I care about LSU Clemson way more. And obviously I care about Notre Dame Miami.
I cannot wait for that game.
No, obviously I care a lot about Notre Dame Miami too, but
I'm just gonna go with Ohio State. I want to pick Texas. I do. I do want to pick Texas. I'm not a Texas fan here, okay? It's not like I want Texas to win that much more than Ohio State, but I want to pick Texas because I do feel like after Ohio State winning the title, if they lost their first game, kind of bring them down to earth a little bit, just a bit. But I think they're gonna win. I mean, Julian Saint's not proven, but neither's Arch really, and I think Ohio State probably has the better team, and it's at home. And Ohio State's not going to overlook Texas. So if Michigan, they have an issue with Michigan right now. We'll see if they take care of that at the end of the year. But I'm going to go with Ohio State to win 28-21. It's going to be a good game. I can't wait for the game, and it deserves the hype it's getting. But I think Ohio State will win.
Any other noon games you think we should talk about, Jeff?
Houston, Tennessee, I think.
Houston, Tennessee, man.
No Nico. It could be interesting.
Steven Jelly could have some good passes in there.
Fair. Do you think Syracuse has a chance? I mean, I know you're going to pick Tennessee because I'm going to pick Tennessee too, but do you think...
How big is the spread now? 14? It was 13.5 last time.
I think it's about 14, yeah. 13.5 for Tennessee.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Hasn't moved.
Yeah. So, I mean, Vegas is not really confident in Syracuse. I'll go with Tennessee to win, I guess, 35-17.
I mean, I think it'll be interesting. I'll go 28-20. But man, if Tennessee loses,
well, I mean, I feel like Josh Heupel this season is mostly, no matter what happens, will be okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Unless I'm thinking wrong, I think he'll be. If they have like a 6-6 year, I think they'll be fine because I think the fans realize with no Nico, the way that happens, it's like things might not be that good this year. And Heupel's done a lot of good, but it would be a bad start to the season to lose a 2-touchdown favorite game against a team that Syracuse lost a lot. Like Scotty B said, I mean they're not going to be the same team at all.
They kind of did the Florida State thing. They kind of just portal, but
which that can only go so far. I mean they struck. I want to say gold with Colin McCord, but that was a good pickup. It helped. And I don't know if Steve Angeli is going to follow that. I mean we'll see. So that'll be interesting. I think Tennessee could be interesting early, but I think their talent overall will pull away in the end. After that, I want to touch a little bit on Indiana. I won't talk about it for long. But Indiana against Old Dominion, I will say, not worried, but Kurt Signetti did point out in his presser that Old Dominion, like you mentioned earlier, I think on the show, or was either before the show, So that Old Dominion almost beat South Carolina. They've beaten Virginia Tech twice in the last few seasons. So it's like, I think that Indiana, just take care of business. Don't overlook Old Dominion and just do your thing and start the season off the right way. We know the last time Indiana started their season ranked in the top 25, they went 2-10. So just gotta get that first one under their belt, and I believe Indiana they'll win like 45-10, hopefully.
38-3.
So Scotty B says, does Tulane beat Northwestern? Yeah, that game's interesting. That was in the 12 window. Tulane's favored by 6. You know what? I'll go Tulane.
Tulane. They got Tulane. Jake Retzlaff. They got Jake Retzlaff. Yeah.
Yeah, Retzlaff's gonna be determined after what happened to him. So I'm going Tulane by 10. They'll win.
Yeah. Agreed.
So then we got Alabama at Florida State. Do you think this game will be close, or are you not concerned?
Not really concerned.
Yeah, Neo's saying FSU is no chance. I mean, I want to be as unbiased as I possibly can. When it comes to Alabama, I want to be as unbiased as I can, and I want to say that Florida State has a small chance because it's week 1. If it wasn't week 1, if this was a later in the season, game, and Alabama's in, well, I mean, I would say Alabama's in full season form, but after last year, they lost to Oklahoma and Vandy in supposed full season form. So, I mean, maybe not. But, I mean, I would say I'd be a little more confident in Alabama later in the year to blow Florida State out than week 1, which could be completely wrong. Maybe because it's week 1, they'll blow them out. But my thought processing here is that Florida State, because their season, after the season they had last year, just washed the slate clean, maybe they're going to come out with intensity because it's the first game of the year. Their fans, if they score an early touchdown, their fans might get into the game and believe. And when you believe, it can be dangerous, for an upset.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is what Scotty B says. And FSU quarterback talked a lot of trash about Alabama. I mean, I don't know. If I was Kalen DeBoer, I would be telling the Alabama players at every practice, remember what Castellano said. I would just be hammering that home, and just Alabama would have that fury and be like, all right, we're going to destroy you.
No, Marcus Freeman does that all the time. Like, anything he gets his hand on. Like, I know for a fact that that's what he does.
It's smart, though.
Yeah.
You should do that. I mean, because if we live in a day and age where everything you say just gets completely scrutinized to death. So it's like, if you're going to say something like that, Castellanos, it's going to be fuel for Alabama. So if Alabama uses that as fuel, then I think ultimately in the third and fourth, they'll start to pull away. I'll go 38-17. Alabama.
That's about what I was thinking as well. I'll go 34-10, Bama.
Sounds fair. I mean, I'm trying to give Florida State a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, but I think Alabama will be fine. So now we got the game that you're excited about, and I ain't gonna lie, Will, I am very excited about this game too, and I do have rooting interest just like you. I know who you're rooting for, who you're pulling against, but I want the same team to win. I want Clemson to win this game. I try to be unbiased, and that's not going to affect my pick at all whatsoever, because even if I wasn't, I would still pick the same team.
And that Dabo is pointing out to his team that Brian Kelly called Clemson Death Valley Junior. That's what he called their stadium. So,
well, Death Valley Junior is going to be acting like Death Valley Senior on Saturday night. All right, that place is going to be rocking and rolling. I mean, Godfather, man. I'm sorry. Like, I want to have a break on this game. But I think the bigger question is not whether Clemson wins this game, but will they win by a ton, or will it be a close game? Do you think LSU keeps it close? Do you believe in Nussmeier at all that this is going to be a close game? Or do you think that Clemson just runs away with this thing? LSU, some of their other openers have been close. They haven't won, but they have been close.
I just think Clemson's D-line is so good that I'm going 38-10 Clemson.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious right now?
I just think that Dust Meyer's gonna not have a fun time in this game.
Wow. I mean, if that happens,
Clemson has 2 first-round picks on their defensive line.
I'm not gonna lie though. If that happens, BK.
Mm-hmm.
Like who's gonna be more cooked? Hugh Freeze with an Auburn loss of any kind, or Brian Kelly after a 38-10 loss?
Well, okay, can you pull up Auburn's schedule? Here, I can do it. I can do it too.
Let me try to get it. Auburn. So, let me see. So we got Auburn's schedule coming up here.
So let's go after Baylor. You have Ball State. And then
South
you go
Alabama.
At Oklahoma, at A&M. If they lose those 2, he could be out. And then Georgia, if they lose all 3 of those games, I think they're buying him out.
That would put him at 2-4.
Yeah, I think they're buying him out at 2-4.
Baylor, that would put him at 2-4. But then you've got these 3.
I know, that's why I think they bring the interim coach in, get some confidence for the team.
Honestly, their schedule's easier down the stretch. I mean, they could start out 2-4 and still go 7-5. But I agree with you though. If they start out 2-4, they're probably firing them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean that's not good at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got some Coach Prom.
I love this from Godfather.
We got some Coach Prom disrespect. And Sad Buckeye says SEC is trash anyways. SEC is not trash, but we know you're a Buckeye fan. Appreciate you being here. But the Godfather of the SEC.
They claim to win.
If Auburn loses, they'll claim they won. I mean, I guess in this day and age that we live in, anybody can claim anything, right?
I mean, claiming 04 is insane after USC went into their place in 03 and killed them. I mean, claiming that they would have beaten SC in 04 was crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
83 is the only one they have some sort of claim for, in my opinion, of the ones they said. Not 58 for sure, and then the old ones that they said Harvard won. I don't know.
Sad Buckeye says Big Ten on top, but respect to not freaking out like a lot of SEC fans do. Appreciate that, Sad Buckeye. I don't do that. I think there is a legitimate debate between the Big Ten and the SEC. Both conferences are great at this point. I mean, they are both stacked and loaded. They have so much money, way ahead of all the other conferences. So, yeah, I mean, I think the debates between the two conferences are hilarious. And obviously, about 5 years ago, the SEC was ahead, but now it's legitimately close. The Big Ten is they were the better conference last year. So, we'll see what happens this year, but definitely appreciate you for being here. But yeah, appreciate Austin for being here. Appreciate Lone Ranger for being here. You gave me that spread for 100. Ha. Oh man. So we got a lot of people in chat. Appreciate you for being here. But yeah, I'm going with Clemson to win this game by a pretty comfortable margin, man. I think they'll get it done. I won't go like you did, even though that would be amazing. But I'll go 31-20. I think they win comfortably. But LSU, like I said, they usually,
it could be. I know it could be closer, but I just with everything BK said,
it would just be kind of redemption on that for sure. So then up next, we got to talk about some of these late games, man. Underratedly, we got a few sneaky little late games on Saturday night. You've got Cal at Oregon State. And Oregon State, it's essentially a pick 'em, but they're favored by a few at home. It's like by 3.
Okay.
You watching this game? I feel like it's worth talking about.
I might watch it. I mean, I gotta go. I have a big soccer game I have to watch Sunday morning, so I don't know. But I'll watch the highlights probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely. I might.
But Cal will lose because probably, especially if it's at Oregon State.
I might be live during this game. I don't know. I'm not saying for sure, but again, I'm gonna try to be doing a, especially if we reach the super chat goal. But even if not, I might try to do every week anyway. I might try to do a Saturday night show like I did this past Saturday, the week 0 recap. I might try to do that every Saturday night this year. I've never done that before where I've gone live every Saturday night. Maybe Will might be on some of them able to, maybe Jackson, maybe just myself. But regardless, I've been wanting to do that because I feel like recapping the games right when they happen is just a great thing to do. And I appreciate all you guys who showed up last Saturday. So, and we got Godfather with the 499 super sticker. Appreciate that, Godfather. Always appreciate you being in the chat. Appreciate the super sticker. But yes, I definitely will be trying to do a recap show. And maybe this weekend, because it's such a bash, maybe I'll do a Friday night and a Saturday night, or I'll do a Friday night and a Sunday night, or Saturday night, Sunday night. I don't know. But my live stream schedule, I got a crazy schedule in life. Life is what it is, but I'm going to try to do tons of streams. But I might be live during this game, just this Cal game. So just throwing that out there. Appreciate everybody for being in the chat. Appreciate all the support and the contributions. You guys are amazing. And appreciate Will for doing the stream as well. And yeah, that's why we do this for you guys. It's always a blast. But I'll go with Oregon State because Cal lost Jay Knott. They lost Fernando Mendoza and Wilcox.
Oregon State also does not have much talent on their team, but if they're at home, right? So
yeah, it's at Reeser. The thing to do is that you think about Cal. Like I said, like Wilcox is like the most mediocre mid-record coach ever, and he just keeps getting by because
the thing is, Cal is putting in as much resources as Stanford is, really, and they're still doing. They're at least making bowls, so that's why Wilcox is going to stay employed. If you could just give him that bowl money.
Yeah, and honestly, being in the ACC actually helps. You know what I'm saying? Because the teams are bad, so like they can win. Because, I mean, think about it. Cal, if I recall, they lost to Florida State, right?
Yes.
They lost to Florida State. Think about that. They made a bowl game, and they lost to Florida State. That's how bad the ACC is. That is how garbage. I'm sorry, ACC fans.
The bottom of the ACC is not bad.
It's bad. That's why your strength of record in that league sucks. The fact Cal lost to Florida State and made a bowl game. That's just ugly. That is horrid. But yeah, I'm going Oregon State 24-21. They're going to get it done in Reeser. But then, I mean, this Hawaii, Arizona we're talking about, I
think Arizona, I think Fafita will have enough time to throw.
All right. Arizona, I think they're favored by 17. So.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, they should win. But then that other game, Utah and UCLA, that's actually a good game. It is.
Now, UCLA did lose their best receiver to Florida, so that's not great for the Bruins.
They got Nico.
They did get Nico.
Which, take that for what it's worth. Now, I will say, I've seen a lot of hype for Utah just because of Whittingham, and it's like people are just kind of assuming this is going to be his last year, especially if they do good. Like, if they go 9-3 or 8-4, like some people are saying, a lot of people think that that's the send-off for Whittingham, that he is going to retire.
Mm-hmm.
And you've even talked about Dampier. Is that his name, right?
Yeah, big runner.
That he could do well. He kind of fits that stereotypical Utah quarterback that Whittingham has had. If he performs well, they could be good.
But UCLA, they did improve last year. So, as the year went on.
UCLA was better last year. Like, the team that got blown out against Indiana early on was not the same team by the end of the season. They actually were okay. Legitimately, they were okay by the end of the year. I mean, okay. I'm loosely using that term. I mean, it's not they were really good, but they were okay. I mean, they had a pulse. Utah's better at home. You know, they're a better
Although
team.
a lot of Utah fans are going to travel to
That's the thing,
Rose
though. I was
Bowl.
definitely going to agree with you on that. I think it's around a pick 'em. Let me look. Utah's favored by 6. Darn, I did not know that. Okay, so Utah, Vegas likes them. I guess I'll go Utah 24-17. I don't think this will be a high scoring game.
Yeah, I'll go 20-10.
Right. So Washington should win. So we've got, I think, 3 games left. I believe 2 on Sunday and one on Monday night. And one of them's big for Will.
Yes,
it's absolutely massive. So the first game on Sunday, we got Virginia Tech at South Carolina, which that kind of you like Virginia Tech as well.
I like Virginia Tech, but I don't think they're. They're picked 11th. They're picked 11th in the ACC. They are picked 11th in the ACC, which is bad. That's bad, Jeffrey.
If you're not at
good.
least top 5 in the ACC, you're pretty rough.
Yeah. It's such a slap in the face.
Yeah, Beamer. The days of Beamer it's been gone. Yeah. I mean, like Virginia Tech's last moment in the sun was like when they knocked off ranked UNC that year. You know, in game 1. That was big, but like other than that, Virginia Tech has just been so average. You know, I remember that Burmeister quarterback they had for a bit. I thought he was going to be all right, and he kind of he fizzled. He transferred. Yeah. Thought he was going to do more. But Drones is back. Says Scotty B.
Drones is back, but Lenore Sellers is just a better version of Drones.
I agree with that. I think South Carolina's favored by about 2.
I mean, Carolina, they lost some, but I don't think it'll matter in this game.
South Carolina's only favored by 8.
Well, that's lower than I thought. But
I thought it'd be more like 2 touchdowns. But it's in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, so I mean it's you know.
Some Hokie fans will travel, but man, I'll probably still be majority Carolina.
I'll go 31-17 Gamecocks.
Yeah, I'll go 38-28.
So then, floor is yours, Will. Notre Dame at Miami. You know, big game here. I'm interested to see how confident you are.
All right, so both teams got good lines of scrimmage. If either team wins the line of scrimmage decidedly, I think they'll win the game. But then you look at the skill players. I'm not impressed with Miami's wide receivers, especially against Notre Dame's defensive backs. If they could just get anything on Carson Beck, I don't think he'll have a great game. And then you look at a first-year starter in TJ Carr. But, I mean, there's talent there at the receivers with Malachi Fields. Jaden Greathouse broke out late in the year. Eli Reardon's supposed to be a great tight end. Will Pauling should have a bounce-back year, along with Faison. I just think that the talent for Notre Dame and the coaching staff, not to mention that, Marcus Freeman, in my opinion, is significantly better than Cristobal. I do believe that the Irish will win this game in a dogfight, 27-20 over Miami.
Yeah, we got Gixxer Squid saying, I hate to say this, Will, but I think Miami will win this due to NIL. They've been paying just to win a matchup like this. I mean,
they did that again for Florida. It worked for Florida. I don't think it'll work for Notre Dame.
Here's my thing. Miami is just one of those programs that when they get hype, they let you down.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck is not Cam Ward. You know what I'm saying? He's just not. Mm-hmm. And Mario Cristobal, like, say what you want about Marcus Freeman. I understand some people like Marcus Freeman is not a great coach. He's not a great coach. I think Marcus Freeman is a better coach than Mario Cristobal. That's all that matters to me. And there will be Notre Dame fans at this game.
Well, the thing is that the Miami fans, like, when they care about a game, they like throw stuff on the field and stuff.
I think there will be Notre Dame fans.
There will be Notre Dame fans there, but the Cane
I don't
fans,
know like what percent, but they will make up some part of the stadium.
But they like Miami, they'll be loud. Like, I'm not gonna. Even they're loud when they care about a game.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
But also, A&M was loud too when we won there. So.
Well, I mean that's a better environment.
Yeah.
No joke. I mean A&M. I mean that was a big win for Notre Dame. So it's such a big win that they lost the very next week.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Don't do that in Notre Dame this time.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's why I think they put the early bye, week 2 bye on purpose.
Well, smart move.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the home field advantage is going to be that significant for Miami. I don't think Carson Beck's going to have a great game. I don't think Mario Cristobal is going to coach a great game. But all that being said, I do think this game is going to be relatively close for the vast majority of the game. I feel like Notre Dame, this game's going to kind of go like the A&M one did, where as time went on in the game, Notre Dame just kind of outmaneuvered. Like, they just outmuscled A&M. Then they win that game like 23-13.
Yeah, I think that's the exact score.
Yeah, it's like it was like a lower scoring, just like they just grinded out the win. I kind of feel like that's how this game's going to be. I don't think either team's going to look all that great. I think there's going to be a lot of growing pains. I mean, CJ Carr, we'll see how well he does right out of the gate. A lot of uncertainty with these quarterbacks. Julian Sayin, Arch Manning, Ty Simpson, CJ Carr. I mean, we'll see how they do. I think Notre Dame's a better team. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I think Notre Dame finds a way to win late, though. I think I'll go 24-17.
Okay.
I go more. I do, because I think Notre Dame is significantly better than Miami, but it's week 1. That's why I kept a lot of the sports stuff because of that fact. I mean, you got to realize that these teams again are not midseason form, and sometimes you struggle hard. I mean, that Georgia Clemson game was 10-3 a few years ago. That one of the years won it all. They started out with a 10-3 win over Clemson. So a lot of these games might be low scoring. Maybe some of them are high scoring. We'll see. I mean, that Iowa State K-State game, the vast majority of that game, both teams couldn't do anything, and then they kind of got together. But, so there's going to be some mistakes. There's going to be, growing pains for both teams and for all these teams during these week 1 games. I think Notre Dame, on the lines of scrimmage, just talent-wise overall, will end up beating Miami. Despite all the NIL Miami has, their teams just never look all that good somehow. So I'm going to go with Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that game. It's a big game. I mean, Texas, Ohio State's getting all the coverage. And we had Freedom saying that he's going with Texas. Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I would probably prefer Texas to win, but I think Ohio State will win. I mean, it's at home, like I said, like we said earlier, but that's the biggest game for a reason. But LSU, Clemson, and Notre Dame, Miami are massive games as well. Like, people are definitely hyped for those games. I can't wait for those games. And hopefully, regardless, obviously, for you, Will, hopefully Notre Dame wins. But, hopefully the games are good. That's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then on Monday night, last game on Labor Day, weekend is on its way out. TCU at North Carolina, one of my other favorite teams, Stephen Cherry's here. UNC is a 3-point dog at home at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
We don't know what's going to happen in this game because Carolina could look great. They could look like Florida State from last year. You never know, man. I mean,
I will say that when you look at North Carolina and you're talking about Bill Belichick and everything, there is hype for this team. I saw the media talking about it the other day. They were saying that is it more likely North Carolina goes to the ACC title game, or do they go 4-8? And for me, when looking at both those scenarios, I think they made the right selection. Both the people talking about it when I was watching it on a sports network, they were saying North Carolina making the ACC title game. For one, their schedule's easy. We've talked about that because we picked Carolina 8-4. just because of the schedule. Like, it's that easy. Like, they legitimately could win the ACC with how easy their schedule is. The problem is, though, is that it's North Carolina. They always underperform. Mac Brown, Larry Fedora, they've had good quarterbacks. They've underperformed. And now you look at Bill Belichick. People are high on Belichick, especially like Patriots fans, like, you know, the ones that still like him. And people that just like Belichick in general are really thinking that he's going to do great. I don't know. Because for one thing, without Brady, we saw without Brady how poor it was. And with North Carolina, you don't have the talent there. Like, I know he brought some players in. But like Scotty B said, there's so much roster turnover, I don't even know what to think. I really don't. Like, they got that, didn't they get that transfer quarterback from South Alabama? I remember they got him, and they've got Max Johnson back. But, like, do either of those guys really inspire you that they're going to be that great? Not really.
I think the South Alabama guy's going to start.
Yeah, he's probably better. No offense to Max Johnson, but he's been injured so much. But, yeah, so, I mean, North Carolina.
I don't know, man.
I think they're a complete wild card. I like Hoover. I've told you that before. I think Josh Hoover's actually pretty solid. Yeah. I think the issue with TCU is I just don't think their team overall is that good.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Hoover's pretty good quarterback. His stats have been pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my God.
That is so funny. And I do want to point out this comment from Freedom. I appreciate that, Freedom. I love talking sports. You know, I enjoy talking sports. I always have. Been doing this for 3 years. Love doing it with WillND, doing it with Jackson, done streams with all other people as well. I like doing this. I don't know if it'll be my career one day, but I enjoy talking sports. So you never know. But I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate the kind words. It means a lot. But yeah, so I think TCU has problems. I think their defense has issues, as Scotty B's pointing out. That's kind of their big problem. I saw them in a lot of shootouts last year. So TCU's got to get better on defense. Hoover's better than anybody North Carolina's going to have at quarterback. I'm kind of rambling here because I don't know who to pick. Honestly,
I don't know either.
Honestly, I do have a selection for this game. I can't say I don't know who to pick. I just don't trust my pick at all. I do have a pick, though.
27-24 Carolina.
All right. I got Carolina. I'm backing my third team. All right. I'm backing UNC. I think that I don't know what to think. I think they're going to win. I think North Carolina is going to find a way. You know, with I don't want to say hype, but this is a big game. Keenan, it's not the greatest environment, but I feel like for this game it will be. It will be. And, you know, UNC will find a way to get a win over a average opponent, kind of like Minnesota. They found a way to beat Minnesota.
I don't think they were giving away a win against Minnesota.
They were given the win. I felt bad for Minnesota, Dave. I ain't going to lie. I did. I was like, Minnesota should have won. I remember calling into Mark's show last year, Mark Rogers.
I remember that call. Yeah.
You remember? I was like, Minnesota should have won this game.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. You know what I'm saying? It could be the same thing here where TCU should win and North Carolina ends up winning anyway. So I'm going with North Carolina 24-23. Go with a 1-point win. Just a bizarre 1-point win for UNC.
All right.
So those are week 1 college football predictions. I don't know if they're going to age well. We'll find out this week. But, man, I cannot wait for this weekend of games. I love week 1. From Thursday all the way to Monday, game after game. And, again, good slate. It's a good slate overall. Like, every window's got something. It's got a good game. And even if, like, the one game's not good, like, just say Auburn Baylor's trash. Georgia Tech Colorado could be good. You know what I'm saying? You got those late games. I mean, if LSU Clemson's not a good game, there's not a lot you can do there. But we'll see, though. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, we got Austin with some bold predictions. Yeah, I think LSU winning by like 25. Got UNC winning the ACC. I mean, hey, I would be fine with UNC winning the ACC. I would.
Austin really. Cool, me and Austin are going polar opposite picks there. Yeah.
It's just North Carolina winning the ACC to me is like not happening. It could, but it's like
I think they can make the title game. There's a good chance they can.
they could. I mean, but they'd have to beat probably Clemson. Could they do that? I mean, been competitive with Clemson before, but Clemson looks good this year, but we'll see. We'll see if they legitimately are. But definitely excited about these week 1 games. So outside of Notre Dame, Miami, you're looking forward to LSU Clemson the most, right? I would agree with that. I mean, for me, after Alabama, FSU, those 2 games I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Georgia Tech, Colorado. I want to see that game. So a lot of great. You think any more to add, Will, before we wrap it up? Or
no, just excited to watch some ball.
Absolutely. So hopefully we'll sure both of us will be back soon to talk some more college football. Maybe do some week 2 predictions next week. Like I said, I'll try to probably be live this week, Friday night, Saturday, somewhere for some recaps, all that kind of stuff. So definitely excited for that. Definitely hope you guys tune in for that. Appreciate the super chat for Godfather, the SEC. Appreciate the contributions. Always appreciate you always with the support, Godfather. Appreciate everybody for being in the chat, and I appreciate doing the show. Will like the stream down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new to Only Talk Sports or WillND. Share the stream out on social media. Appreciate I know. Share the stream out on social media. Appreciate everybody for being here, and I hope you guys have a good night.